my scrappy peeps. Today we're going to talk about the fishnet punch. Now, a lot of people have used this with the ocean theme, but I'm going to just try it with some of my, let's see, totally tonal blue papers. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to cut 3 different design papers. So the first one would be 3 1/4. Okay. The second one would be 2 3/4. I may try. Let's try it the way I had it laid out. This is my first time trying this little thing, but we'll see how it goes. Again, Tippy Booten says it's just paper. And then 250. So that's my 3 different colors for my background. So it's going to lay like this. And that one's a little shorter, of course. I didn't plan it that way, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But I'm gonna work on this, keep this one out. I'm not gonna glue that down. All right, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna punch 2 different runs with using my fishnet. So now this little fishnet is known not to cooperate. So we're gonna learn this together. So what you do is you start at the black line. Those of you that, there's the black line I'm referring to. I put a paper underneath it so it catches the fallout. And then I'm going to move this. And do you see where that little notch? Well, if you look at this real close, there's a little notch. That's where you're going to line this up. Okay, and then you just make sure it's against what I call the back door. And it is. Okay, and and just pull it out and slide. That's my best thing that I have found. It doesn't always work, but I'm going to try to do it. So again, line it up, take your time, make sure it's at the back door. Pull it out a hair. Line it up again at the back door. Pull it out again. See how that, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's the culprit. All right. And then again, line it up, the notch, and there. So I lucked out. I'm going to trim that one little part there. That's where it caught. Okay. Then I'm going to try this and repeat. So again, you line it up by the black line, you push it to the back door and punch. Pull it out a little, line it up. Don't worry about this, we'll fix that little boop boop. Sometimes our papers are not a true 12 by 12. So if that happens, it's okay. Don't sweat the small stuff. And again, on here, you have to talk to them. Here's my shoes. What out? Still. Okay, come on. Why are you not behaving yourself? Yeah, a lot of issues with this punch. No, I'm not going to make that. I didn't want to waste time fighting with this. So let me. Yeah. Let's do this again. So start at the black line. And you're all saying, I'm glad she's having fun. I know how you are. See, I have a paper still caught in there. Let's see. So line it up to black, make sure it's the back door punch. And again, I like to pull it out just a hair to get it off wherever it catches in the back part. So pull it out just a hair. Make sure it's at the back door. Yeah, it's just temperamental. You just have to be patient. And again, it's just paper. Oh, stop it. I'm sorry I said that. Come on, stop. Stop. There we go. Thank you. And one more. What it is, it's always touches. Okay, we made it. And see what? It's just that one little nubbies. And then I just trim them off here, trim them off here. So now let's see what we have. See, it's much easier to clean up when you put it on a piece of paper. All right. So now I'm going to take this. I'm going to line this up like this. So do I want this side? Well, let's just see. Yeah, okay, I like that. All right, so then I take the other side of my sticker. This is where the pop-ups, these things come on. I always use this. Just a easy, inexpensive thing. So I'm going to choose this color. And I'm just going to lay it to one corner up to an inch. Okay. And then I'm going to do it to this one. And I'm just going to get a little psychedelic here. And let me see, do I want to, let's put it that, I go 1 inch and then bring this up an inch. Let's see how that looks. So, bring this up just a hair. This one here. And this 2 inches. Okay, so this one here. It's too wide. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. I want to make it, go up a little. That's too wide. So let's go a quarter. You can put it in the every other. Let's see how that looks. See how I'm making that instead of sweating the small stuff? Let's see how I made that into that. Let's see how that looks. Okay, and the reason why I didn't glue it down to the other background is because to me, it's easier to trim this way. Okay, and then I repeat. I actually may need more cut, so let's see. Come on. So now we do blue. And I'm going to try that pattern because it's probably easier to make sure everything lines up if I do it that way. So let's see. First, I was going to measure it, and then I said, I cannot do that. So I'm going to continue, and I'll post my finished product tomorrow. All right. But again, just because it says fishnet doesn't mean it has to be staying on the fishnet theme. All right. So I'll continue this, and I'll post my final product. So let me know what you do. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.